Welcome back to the channel, and this is a current update, and I wanted to keep you guys informed where we're at. I know it's been a while since I last posted, but I've got a lot done and it has been slower going than I would have liked. So here's what we've got. As you can see, the trunk hood is done. I've got the headlights installed. The emblems are on, at least for temporarily. I'm trying to do things that I can do that won't interfere with what's to come later, while at the same time getting some of the parts and things back on the car so that we can move forward and I can make some space in my garage, because the goal is still to move the car outside so I can do the engine work and so forth in the garage over the winter. So we got the headlights put back in. We had a bit of a problem with that, and now they're not hooked up. I haven't done the wiring yet. If you might remember from a previous video, you can see them up there. I bought some fairly pricey LED replacement bulbs for the car, and I thought that was a better way to go. Well, it would have been if they would have fit, but they didn't, and it would have required modding the buckets, which I didn't want to do. And so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with those lights now, but I've just got these. These are pretty much straight OEM, and incidentally, they were a lot cheaper. In fact, I got them from AutoZone. My son's a manager up there, and they were only like 30 bucks. So anyway, got those put in. I didn't put the beauty rings on yet, because I figure when it comes time to do the wiring and everything, I may have to cut them out, take them back out, readjust, whatever. So I didn't want to have to fool with that. So we'll put those on as the last thing. I put the marker turn signal light on, and I made a mistake with that. I didn't realize it when I did it, but apparently going back and looking at some pictures, that the red lights go on the rear of the car, and the amber lights, which are over here, these actually go on the front. So I only put one side in. You can see how I cleaned it up, and I painted the framework and everything. So I'm going to have to pull that one back out and replace it with the proper ones, and then put that reinstall. I went ahead and put the, as you can see, all that's painted now. This is not installed. I just set it in place so you could see. There's still that J channel that goes behind it, and also the wiper motor mechanism and everything. That all has to be installed yet. I went ahead and put that in. Again, live and learn, finding these things out. But I reinstalled the motor and the wiper mechanism. I wanted to make sure everything was fit and that I had all the hardware, and only to find out that the wiper motor was froze. It didn't work. It wasn't, so I took it back. You couldn't budge it. So I had to take it back apart, and the mechanism was fine. I greased all that up, cleaned that up. I did all that a long time ago, but the wiper motor was not turning. I hooked it up. I put a couple of test wires in it and hooked it up, and it would not budge. I mean, you couldn't move it. So I thought, well, I got to get me a new motor. Well, that's going to be like 225, 250 bucks. So I thought about it, and I thought, if you're just going to throw it away, you might as well give it a shot. And the other thing is, this car only has like 72,000 actual miles on it. That means that wiper motor couldn't have run that much. But for most of its life, it's just been sitting and not being used. So maybe it's just froze up. So I took it apart, greased the wheel, the gear, and everything in there. The motor was fine, the actual armature and everything. And it was just froze up. And once I freed it up and everything, put it back together, retested it, it turns and works perfect. So that'll be reinstalled again, and we'll get that done. We got the, see if I can show you back over here. Just about all the panels are painted now. The only thing not painted at this point is the doors, and that's going to be last. That'll be next spring, and they'll be on the car when we do that. I did paint the inside of them. I can't show you that. I got them stored, but the inside where the door cards will go over, that's all painted. So it's strictly the outside because they're going to require body work, and it's too late in the year for me to do that. And they'll be painted on the car, and I can fix the spot stuff I got to take care of at the same time. As you can see, we've got the gas cap and the gasket that goes in it. The hinges are all cleaned up. The engine hood is done. Got that cleared and everything. There's also a new wiper bag that I bought that I went ahead and put on. I hung that. I had one I bought years ago and it didn't fit. I don't know where they got the idea, but there's eyelets that hangs on, and it was clearly short. But this one fits perfectly. Just shows you some of this aftermarket stuff. You know, it's a hard lesson to learn, but you know, you buy it in advance and then it sits around, and then you go to actually put it on the car and it doesn't work or doesn't fit. So something to keep in mind when you're doing one of these. The rear tailgate is all finished and painted. There are some little imperfections in the metal, but they will be covered by the bumper. So I didn't do any body work to that, to the outside there. You remember all the work I did on the inside of it. All that's finished now too. So the light, I don't know what you call that piece. That's complete. And let's see where else. I wanted to show you what we did with the convertible top lid. And as you can see, I think that turned out pretty nice. We got the vinyl cover over the centerpieces, and on the large ones, I put a banding around them. If you can see it, it's just some vinyl banding. And let's see, we are doing the front here. You can see that weather stripping or whatever, and there's a piece of the vinyl. We're doing the vinyl overlap like we talked about, and I can't show you that because I'd have to flip the thing over, and it's not done yet. I've still got to cut the vinyl here and glue it to the sides or whatever, so that's not done yet. But that'll be back on the car by the next video, and you'll see it then. But I think that turned out well. And for now, like I said, I've just been hanging things on the car that I can. It's a lot of work. I mean, I'm covering it quick, but it's a tremendous amount of work. I got to be honest with you, on both hoods, I cleared it, I painted it, cleared it, turned out beautifully, only to get some spot. Only to get some piece of a bug or something like that would land in it, and you got to go back and and it's just kind of been like that over and over again. So everything is pretty much good now. Not to say that when you go to clear, to sand the clear and everything, there won't still be a few issues here and there and everything. But it's like I said, we still got to get that J channel. I tried using some generic stock J channel. It was too stiff. It won't make that curve around the windshield there that it needs to. So I'm not sure. Maybe I can find something that's plastic. If not, I'll have to get some thin metal and try to bend it myself, which I really don't want to do, but it needs to go in there. It really does, because it's part of the drain. Anyway, that's about it for now. I hope you like what you see. I think it's turning out well. The car is it's going to be beautiful when it's done, and hopefully that'll be at least the body work part of it before too awful long. So anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Any comments or suggestions that you have, love to hear it, and I always appreciate it. And any insight as to if you've done one or you've dealt with these before and then always happy to hear it. So thanks a lot, guys, and we'll see you later.